To your Chancellor, Dr. Vishwanathan, I'd like to say that I haven't found a cleaner institution in India as much as I found this one. And I hope you all will keep it like this. And to all the other speakers who spoke here, Professor Narayanan, Mr. Natarajan, Pro-Chancellors, Vice-Chancellors, to the directors, the staff of this university, and students of this university. I'd like to say I'm grateful to Dr. Vishwanathan to have invited me to this place. For a long time, as a doctor, I wanted to come and see what Vellore Medical College was like, because I remember that the only two places where maximum heart work was being done on cardiology was here in Vellore, and neurology. They were the two centers which were very important, either Delhi, but Vellore had earned a name, Christian Medical College. And many of the patients we used to refer to Vellore. I didn't know what Vellore looked like, but because it had such a good institution, my desire always was to come here. Not knowing that one day as a minister I'll have the opportunity of coming here, but not seeing the medical college. But anyway, I'm glad I saw your institution and the research that Dr. Natarajan is doing. There is no doubt about it. We need to do much more. My ministry is concerned with renewable energy. Now, if you go back years and years and years, when there were no gods, there was no Muslim God, there was no Hindu God, there was no Christian God, there was no God of Buddha, there was nobody except people. What did those people pray to? They prayed to sun, because they could see the sun. They could get the warmth from the sun as well as the energy and live with that sun. The second god they saw was wind. So they prayed to wind. It both gave them energy as well as gave them death. When it was too strong, it would blow their hopes off. They didn't have solid houses like this. Then the third god was water. And the fourth god they saw was fire. And the fifth god they prayed to was earth. That gave them place to live on, feed themselves, and survive. After destroying this earth over years, we are back again to same energies that today we are looking for energy from sun. In a big way, work has been done in many parts of the world to develop energy which would reduce the use of fossil fuel and thus preventing climatic changes that are taking place. You saw the fiasco in Copenhagen. All of us had hopes, tremendous hopes, that something better will come out after Tokyo. But it wasn't so. We hope Mexico will be better. Now when we are producing energy from the sun, we have very good factories in India. In the capital of India itself, they have factories who produce panels, PV panels. About 85% of those panels are exported. They were not used in our country because they were very expensive. People couldn't afford them. We hope now, with the new solar mission that has just been announced recently in January by the Prime Minister, Dr. Manmohan Singh, the solar mission has given further boost to this energy. And we hope, by the grace of God, that we'll be able to have by 2022 20,000 megawatts from solar energy. The first 3 years are critical for us because it's a new beginning. And in this new beginning, we have to have 1100 megawatts which are grid connected and 200 megawatts which will be individual, small houses and areas in villages where they have never seen any light, where they do not know even what bulb looks like. But here comes our major problem. Our major problem is storage of this energy. Today we store them in batteries. Many are conventional batteries where you have to have distilled water. And I have a number of villages in my own state that are much higher in the mountains where there are no roads and people have to carry things themselves for miles at the height of 8,000, 9,000 feet above sea level. Now there, they don't know about distilled water. You give them the panel, you give them 2 lights, you give them the battery. But obviously, battery needs to be topped up with distilled water. So what do these people do? They add water which is available in the river or the canal that is near their village. This battery stops functioning. The battery which does not use water are expensive. So we have to try and reduce their price. And their life has increased from 5 to 7 years. But still that is not the answer. And this is the institution. Institutions like this must find answers to how easily can this energy be stored and can be passed easily at the right voltage. Now, second energy that we have done quite a bit is wind. And the center of that energy lies very near you in Chennai, where a lot of factories have come up that produce these windmills. But in states like mine, or hill states, where roads are very narrow, you have to go through tunnels, carrying such huge windmills is not possible. So this is what I have told these windmill manufacturers, that think of those areas which are far off. Now in Ladakh, which is just near Tibet, army alone uses 1,200 crore rupees of diesel every year. Not to speak of the common population that gets power only for 4 hours, the amount of diesel they use. And all this diesel has to be transported from Mumbai. Look at the cost that nation has to bear. And then the environmental hazards that follow burning of this.